Well, hi fellas, it is Tommy Rogerson from Rogerson Fitness. I just got home from school, so I'll be aiming to do about 4 workouts this weekend. I'll be filming them all. I know it's not great for your body, but I'm doing it for you guys because I love you. So I'll be uploading an even sort of balance of videos throughout the next week. And because I'm at home, it also means I can have my supplements. So I'm going to be having a scoop of that. I like to have it with sparkling water just because it tastes so bloody bad, and it's just better with sparkling water. So yeah, it'll be a biceps routine today. Right fellas, so I begin with a warm-up set of biceps pull-ups because it warms up the whole body because it's a compound movement as well as the biceps. And I don't usually do this, but I tried out a few new things to try and shock the muscles. Now, I didn't count the reps just because it's a warm-up set, and I only did one set, as I said, and immediately following that, I go into the usual 3 sets of 30 kg standing easy curls, and I did 15 reps because, as you would have heard me say in the Road to Bigger Triceps episode 1, bodybuilding and increasing muscle size and mass is basically all about hypertrophy and one otherwise the pump, and the best way to do that is high reps. And high reps is regarded as anything, well, it changes from muscle group to muscle group, but generally anything between 10 and 20 reps is high. So yeah, as I said, I do 15 reps, get the pump, and yesterday I was feeling the mind muscle connection actually a lot more than I usually do. And what that meant is I was getting a lot more tired more quickly, which is good because it meant I was feeling the pump a lot more. But it meant that I failed on a few sets later on. I didn't reach the number of reps I had to in order to stay in sync with my progressive overload routine. And also my form, as you can see here, begins to deteriorate quite early on in every set, which isn't too great. You can see I'm using quite a lot of shoulders in general, and a bit of lower back and swinging, which isn't great, but I was really feeling it in the biceps, which is all that really matters. So yeah, here you can see I'm really noticing the pump, and the pump is so important, and as I said, it's all about high reps and low weight. And as I said in the video I had to take down, it's basically the complete opposite of what a lot of people do, which is ego lifting. And ego lifting, for those of you that don't know, is basically lifting as heavy weight, regardless of the number of reps, but as heavy weight with as many people seeing as possible, regardless of weight and of reps and form. And that's basically the worst thing ever, as you would have heard me describe. It's something that I used to do a lot, and I've recently changed my ways to do more hypertrophic work, as you can see here with my make do spider curls on the leg press, doing 3 sets of 15 on 20 kgs. So ego lifting basically gains you nothing. Maybe it gains you a bit of strength, and you might have a slightly stronger bicep curl than some other people. But since when is there a powerlifting competition for bicep curls and things like that? There's actually no point in having a strong biceps curl if you're trying to sculpt your body. It's actually all about the high reps and the hypertrophy and the pump, as I'll keep repeating just to reiterate how important it is. You may say, well, how do I know how important it is? I'm not that big. Well, it's all relative, and I can tell you from my perspective that I've been noticing change far quicker with my new hypertrophic routine than I did with my ego lifting routine. And I'm not the only one who's noticing that. you can pretty much go on YouTube or just like bodybuilding.com or anything like that. And pretty much, I mean, there are a few exceptions. For example, Mike O'Hearn, but that's partially just because he's a power bodybuilder or power builder or whatever you want to call it. A bit like Russ Swole. But pretty much every other fitness model, bodybuilder, or physique expert will tell you high reps, low weight is the key. So here I do 8 kgs. I do them for, I think I did about 16 reps on each arm. So about 32 in total. And these are hammer curls. So yeah, so as I said, 3 sets of 16 on 8 kgs. And these are true hammer curls, because most people just think that hammer curls just mean you hold the dumbbell as if you're holding a pole in front of you, an upright pole. But no, it's actually you bring the dumbbell across your body. So your left dumbbell should come across and up your right pec, and your right dumbbell up and across your left pec, as you can see here. But this was the second time I've ever done this, so this isn't a terribly great example of how to do this. You also may have noticed that I changed into a different top or a stringer, as you might have noticed. And that's because when I work out at home especially, I generally begin the workout in a t-shirt or tank top. And then after I begin to break a sweat, I'd like to go into a stringer where I feel slightly more free and less sort of sweaty, because I'm more sort of open in the air. Yes, as I said earlier, and as you'll hear me say later on in the video, I try out some new things. So usually I'd finish up any biceps or triceps routine with 3 sets of different grip cable curl. So whether that be like a cable hammer curl or cable reverse curl or something like that. But this time I just did bicep pull-ups. With that said, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.